Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I am Nurse Muriel, as told by Muriel, whichever you prefer. I've actually thought about going back to as told by Muriel, but right now we're just keeping Nurse Muriel. I'm a registered nurse. For those of you who do not know, y'all know by the channel name, I'm a registered nurse. Welcome to my new subscribers, y'all. I am getting up there, y'all. I think I'm at 577 now. I am so excited. I guess consistency does pay off. Along with the fact that I think I'm giving y'all some good quality information. Now, I might lose some of y'all on this video, and I'm so sorry if we have a difference of opinions. I'm so sorry, but I appreciate y'all for viewing. Y'all are welcome to fight me in the comments. I'm not gonna fight with y'all, but y'all are welcome to give your opinion in the comments. This is like an unpopular opinion video, which I commented on somebody's channel and they were like, you always have these unpopular opinions. I do, because I see things so much differently than a lot of people. Not to say what I see is right or wrong or whatever. It's just the way that I see things, and it has helped me be such a peaceful person in life and, not have all that stress and worry and stuff, because I see things so differently, and it has gotten me through my 45 years of life. So this video is about the fraudulent nurse scam. I wasn't going to do a video about it because I do have an unpopular opinion. Everybody has a right to put their opinion out there. If you don't agree, you don't agree. Oh, they obtained y'all all have heard the story. If not, there is like 3 schools in Florida that people were paying to get fraudulent nurse degrees. They were taking the NCLEX. They were advised to take it in New York because you can do multiple attempts. Although I thought you could do multiple attempts in a lot of different states. I don't know what's the number of multiple for New York. And I do know that if you fail the NCLEX so many times in certain states, I believe you have to do like a recertification course or something like that. But they were advised to do the NCLEX in New York. Now, what I'm not sure is if they were giving the answers to the NCLEX. Like NCLEX, there are different versions. Like everyone's not going to get the same test. So I don't know if they were given all the answers or if they self-studied and passed the NCLEX, which if they did, then, kudos to them, because I do believe you can self-study and pass the NCLEX. I really do. So they passed, and they said roughly like about 2,500 nurses are out there practicing, and they didn't complete nursing school. Now, it was illegal for them to do so, and with anything that's illegal, there should be punishments. There should be some type of punishment for the crime. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, just think about the people that they may have harmed, or the people that, could have possibly died from this. Okay, y'all, let's be honest. I haven't worked a lot in acute care. I've done the majority of my work in long-term care. But let's be honest, y'all. Those of you who pride yourself in being such a good nurse, where does that come from? That comes from you actually doing the job, right? That comes from you doing the job. What prepared you to do the job? Was it nursing school? And before you say, yeah, don't forget about all these videos out here with all these nurses saying nursing school is a scam, nursing school didn't provide me for nursing school didn't give me the blah, blah, Don't forget about all those videos that everybody made saying how nursing school didn't prepare them for the real world now. Okay, what made you the great nurse? It was that on-the-job training. On-the-job training is what made you a good nurse. Even the critical care nurse in ICU, when she graduated, all she knew was the basics. The basics that she was taught in nursing school, she could have learned self-studying, y'all. She could have learned through repetition on answering questions that UWorld offers. It's on-the-job training that gives you that foundation to be an awesome nurse. And I'm willing to bet those nurses who are out there doing on-the-job training, they were probably some of the best fraudulent nurses, because they knew they had a lot to lose if they made mistakes and things were, background work was done and it was found out that they were fraudulent nurses. So they probably were on their P's and Q's learning, ingesting the information. They probably got a good basis in biology Because let me tell you, to be honest with y'all, nursing school is the real scam. If we want to talk about fraudulent and scamming, nursing school is a scam. How has the English that you've taken helped you, enhance you in working? How has probability and statistics help you be a good nurse in the field? How has those classes helped you? How have they assisted you in being a good nurse? How has, and we're keeping up with modern times, right? Modern times. How has the humanities course that you had to take, how has that helped you in becoming a nurse? Because it has absolutely nothing to do with nursing. Those are 3 courses right there that could have saved you money if you didn't have to take it, but it made the school's money, right? Okay, has nothing to do with nursing. Anatomy, physiology, A1 and 2, and microbiology, and I would even say pathophysiology should be the courses that are required in the nursing program, and probably the only courses as far as prereqs that I feel like has any bearing on the nursing program. Some places don't do microbiology, but a lot of places do, so that's why I'm including it. Those should be the basis of your foundation for the nursing program. Now let's talk about in the nursing program itself. How many of you have taken a nursing program where fundamentals was a whole semester? Why? Why is fundamentals a whole semester when you essentially can get your CNA license in fundamentals? Why isn't fundamentals like a 6-week course? It does not need to be a full semester, y'all. There's no reason why fundamentals of nursing should be a full semester. Okay, when we actually get into the program, when we're actually in the program, why is your coursework as far as taking the test and passing more important than your skills? Not to say skills isn't important, but you could just show up and attempt to do a skill and not complete the skill and still pass the skills portion of the clinic of the class because you tried. You get an E for effort in clinical. Long as you don't kill anybody and you don't do anything that you're not supposed to do, like doing an IV push med or something without a person present to guide you through it, as long as you show up and you attempt to do it, you pass your clinical. But if you fail a test, because these tests are 3 times more difficult than the NCLEX. These tests in the nursing program are more difficult than the NCLEX, in my opinion. And I feel like, and this is why, nursing school is geared towards you passing the NCLEX. It's not geared towards making you a good nurse. I'm sorry, it's not geared to make you a good nurse. It's geared for you to pass the NCLEX. You're training on the job, you soaking in that, you learning, you assessing, you doing things through repetition. That's what makes you a good nurse, y'all. I mean, y'all can fight me in the comments. That's where you get your foundation to become a great nurse. We all graduate nursing school, and the biggest fear on us is, I don't want to kill nobody. I don't want to kill nobody, y'all. I don't want to kill nobody. That's our biggest fear. And how do we learn tools to where we don't kill nobody? Because it's not what we learned in school, because half of that stuff you're going to forget it after you graduate. That's why you do a refresher course, you do a U-World, or you do all that other stuff to get you prepared to take the test, because you really don't remember none of that stuff in nursing school. You take the NCLEX. It's what you learn and what they train you to look for on the job. It's the signs you learn from watching patients basically deteriorate or decline, and what they do to get them back, and things like, to make them healthy. Is learning on the job that makes you a great nurse, and being able to reciprocate that when it comes time to put your skills into action, or, to take care of your patients. I'm willing to bet some of those nurses are probably some of the best nurses you work beside, because they have, I'm not going to say more to lose. Matter of fact, they weren't even found out because they were out there making mistakes. And, it was because someone talked and told what they were doing. Now, I'm not here to promote being a fraudulent nurse. I'm not here to promote. I'm not promoting it. But like I said, I'm not one of them nurses that's going to be on here and say, just because I did the whole program and I did it in how many years, the next nurse should have to do that many years. No, I'm not. No, I don't honestly believe that, because I believe the nursing program itself is a scam, and it doesn't prepare you to be a nurse anyway. Thousands of dollars go into the nursing programs through our grant money, through our money that we pay. And those classes essentially mean little to nothing when you actually get out here and practice. Hope they don't pull my license for this because I obtained mine. I obtained mine the way that it's set up to be obtained. Like, I went to these schools, I wrote these papers that had no bearing on me being a nurse in the real world. I follow APA format, which has no bearing on me being a nurse in the real world. I followed the steps to get my degrees to become a nurse in the real world. And let me tell you, when I stepped foot on the floor, I was scared as I don't know what. I learned what I learned through my preceptor, following different preceptors, because different ones do things differently, and I like learning different ways to do different things. But I can bet you, I work in long-term care, in which that's not critical care and that's not acute care. It's still a nursing role. I bet you I can pull a CNA off the floor and I could say, hey, you want to be a nurse? Okay, follow me for 6 weeks. I bet you I can pull a CNA off the floor and I can train her just on the job training, and she will be one of the best long-term care nurses out there, because if she puts into practice the things that I show her in long-term care. Let's take acute care. A patient care tech, they know a patient is declining sometimes before we know as the nurse, because through repetition and working with the patients, they have learned the signs to look for to know when a patient is declining. Sometimes they tell the nurse and the nurse don't pay no attention. Okay. Like I said, patient care techs in the hospital, they have worked so much and seen so many different conditions. They can look at a patient and tell when a patient is declining. You can, as a I'm gonna say, as a PCU, even ICU nurses, they are considered the pinnacle of nursing in acute care. ICU nurse. I bet you an ICU nurse can pull a patient care tech for 6 months on the job training. She can teach her everything there is, everything that she knows about being an ICU nurse. And then the same patient care tech can take 3 months of in-class formal teaching of everything about nursing ethics, communication, cultural differences, like about those different things. So she can learn nursing ethics, nursing law to an extent, communication, difference in culture. She can learn those things, which the cultural things she probably already learned anyway from being a patient care tech, because they have to interact with those families too. But she can learn those different things about nutrition and biology. She probably has already got a grasp on, because she's been working with these patients, and the patient care techs, they listen and they talk and they know these things, and they can tell you his kidneys might be shutting down because he hasn't produced any urine all shift or since yesterday, or he may have a bowel obstruction because he's vomiting he's constantly vomiting. And I had a patient before who did this and he had a bowel obstruction. He may have they know, because they work with patients and they see the same things we see. So an ICU nurse could take that patient care tech for 6 months, have them follow them, teach them skills, teach them how to avoid certain circumstances, teach them different things, and they can take in-class training. And that patient care tech could be just as good of an ICU nurse as that ICU nurse that trained her. Y'all leave me y'all opinions. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.